When I was really young, I had this cat named Sherbert. I don't remember a lot about them. I remember they scratched my eye and they ran away. But since that moment, I'd always wanted another cat. I wanted a cat that I could have and not be like 5 years old. I could be an adult about it and raise them and treat them right and do whatever. You know what I mean? I think I want to say I was like in high school. I want to say 16, maybe 15, 16, 17, around that time. My sister brought home what she said was a barnyard cat. Her friend had a cat who was in their barn. I live in Texas, and the area in which she was working at had a lot of back roads where there's a lot of farms. And they said they had a farm cat that they had to relocate due to some circumstance, and my sister just took it and then brought it home with no prior discussion about that. So I had now had a cat. I named her Dinky. I named her Dinky because I thought that was just a cool name. But what I didn't know about the cat, what I didn't anticipate, was that she liked to get out of my house. Again, she was a barn cat. She was used to being free, so she would get out into my neighborhood and then would come back. And one day I noticed that one day she came back and her belly was a lot larger. She gave birth to 6 kittens on the first litter. First, I named them Dangly, Dale, Dinky Jr., DeJombo, and then 2 other names. I've forgotten at this point. We had to get rid of them, get rid of half of them when they were kittens. Because holy shit, 7 cats in a house. It was a different house, a lot bigger house, but still 7 cats was insane. Um, so I had 4 cats for the longest time: Dinky, Dale, Dangly, Dinky Jr. And then she got out again and had 4 more. I named them Diddle, Doc, and then 2 other names. I don't remember the other two because we had to get rid of those two again. So now we had just 6 cats in total. I want to say I named one of them like Diddy Bo. I named one of them Diddy Bo because my sister, when she moved out of this house, she took Diddy Bo with her. So I now had 6 cats, and I was raising them from birth. I don't think a lot of people understand how different it is from adopting a cat or adopting a pet in general from like a pet store or like a rescue or whatever or wherever you're getting your animal. It's a lot different receiving an animal who's already born, who's already fixated with life a little bit, than actively raising them from a little scoop of meat. They were fucking. I don't think anyone's seen kittens as they're born. They're like that long and like that wide. They're not. They're like little pills. I remember this guy right here. This guy. He used to be smaller than his head. His head used to take up his whole body mass, and now he's so big. This is Doc, DOC, and I think it's really interesting. Raising kittens from birth has really taught me a lot about kind of just being I want to say being a parent, being like a cat parent, being a pet owner, being someone who's very interested in caring for life. You know, I treat them very well. I give them all the treats. They have nice fancy gadgets and toys. I don't know if you can hear it. I have my TV in my living room playing with like nature videos because I don't want them to run out and then get lost and then get eaten by things. But I like raising animals from birth is such a unique experience, and it really does like tighten that bond you have with your pet. I can't really go anywhere in my house without like all of my cats following me. Anytime and my house is pretty small. It's like 3 rooms long. It's my room, living room, and then the kitchen to the back door. So like every time I just change rooms, all my cats follow me. And it's like my little flock of ducks, my little children all just following me. And it's so nice, especially because they are cats. Like if I just lay in bed, they'll all just jump on the bed and then lay with me. Or they'll like I have like a cat tree. They all like one of them will sit on that, one will sit in there, and then this is like a little basket thing. Fuck. This is like a little basket that they'll sit in, and then that's where I sleep, right there. The camera's inverted. I already have a disability with my hands. Fuck off. But you know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy having that experience of raising them from birth. I feel like a lot of people they miss out on that because they adopt once they're already past like a couple months old. Once like you buy kittens and they're like this tall. I got them when they were that tall, you know. One of the main I want to say experiences that I gained, one of the main things I love about raising them from really young is just really how I want to say attached they are. A lot of people love having like a clingy cat, a cat who always wants like attention or just to be cuddled or to play with. And although yes, my cats as they've grown older, they've become more independent. They become more like just leave me alone kind of deal. There are a lot of moments in where mainly Diddle and Dangly, my two boys. Doc is also a boy, but he likes to be alone a lot. But my two boys, Dangly and Diddle, they love to sit with me. Whenever I'm streaming, they'll sit on my lap and just purr and they'll mess with my hand while I'm trying to play. Or when I'm editing videos, they'll just mess with me and Diddle will like climb my shoulder and everything. But how much they're attached to me is just so it's a nice feeling, you know. It's a nice feeling to know that you've created a bond with an animal without speaking any words, without doing like it's not like I'm trying to make them love me. I'm just caring for them, you know. I'm providing them with food, with shelter, with water, with comfort, and through that, they're able to give me comfort. You know, they're able to bring me like if I'm having a long day at work and I come home, I have four cats to greet me. You know, I have four cats that all want cuddles and pets and it's relaxing, you know. And however may much like it may be a hassle to clean up after them or to maintain like how I try and make sure there's not fucking cat hair everywhere. I think it's all worth it because again, these are like my children to me. You know, I've had them since they were that big. So I feel very attached to them. I remember like even getting rid of some of them when we had to like sell them and just not have what we would have had six from the first litter, four from the second, 11 cats total. We can't. Yeah, that's too much. Even getting rid of that, I felt so fucking heart-stricken. Like, not heart, is that the term? I felt bad about it. I'm trying not to use fucking simpleton words, but I felt like shit, you know? It's like, these are my children. I don't want to give them away. like, these are all my babies and I love them all equally. And you can't make me choose who to get rid of first, you know? It's just, you know, I felt like a mother caring for their children and it sucked. But I have four cats right now that I love dearly and they love me back. And I'm so glad that that's the case. Along with that, I have a dog. I don't know where she is right now. She's probably just in my living room. But my dog Duchess, I also I've had her since I was a child. She's like 12 years old. She's a little chihuahua. But I think the bond I have with my cats is a lot different than the ones I have with my dog. Mainly because I've had my dog forever, you know, and my cats I think the second litter is maybe 2 years old. I want to say, yeah, 2 years old. Like these are still, they're still figuring out. I'm not figuring out life, but they're still like new to life a little bit, you know. And I'm getting more experience. Here he is right now. This is Dangly. I'm still getting more experience with how to care for so many cats and care for so many just new beings, you know, from birth. Dangly, I love you so much. Did you know I had a video about you in like the first 3 months? I don't remember what it was. I just called it like Dangly. It was all about how much I love you. Yeah. You can't talk back to me because you're an animal. What I'm trying to say here, guys, is that raising an animal from its birth is a very wonderful experience. It's very rewarding. And frankly, I love these little guys. This is Dangly. I named him Dangly before I knew he was gonna get long and skinny. So now I can like dangle him like this. He's Dangly. I encourage anyone within the proper like safety kind of situation, if you're able to rescue an animal from a shelter, rescue an animal from like I don't know, Petco, PetSmart, whatever the fuck. Don't buy from breeders; those guys are assholes. Living life with an animal, with a pet, with a companion like this, it really does make life a lot more worth living. Thank you.